Hey, it's Cliff, and if you haven't seen by now, Sologenic has spiked 200+% in the last few days. So it's got the community very happy. There's definitely celebration in orders, and I want to kind of give you four reasons that I found why this price action is actually happening. I'm sure there's more out there, but these are just the four that I've found, and I'm going to give you them in probably least importance to most importance, in my opinion, of course. So let's go ahead and look at that. So first of all, I've seen a lot of friendly competition between XRP and the price of Sologenic, and it got pretty close when we actually switched back to Sologenic. You can see right now it's sitting at 37 cents. So we were riding a pretty good momentum, and people really thought that Sologenic was going to flip XRP, which it drove a lot of hype, and I think it kind of created some momentum from there. But it actually did not happen. It did not flip XRP as of yet. It could, especially the way it's going. If you look at Sologenic here, look at this crazy run up. If we get another one of those, it definitely will surpass XRP. Moving on from there, there was a tweet from Gate.io, and they were talking about now Google, the most powerful company in the world, accepts Bitcoin and crypto. So they were kind of hyping up that crypto was becoming more universal. And so there was a member below, his name is Principled Prosperity, who is a member of the coreum community, and he asked, do you guys have any plans to list coreum official? It talks about mainnet launching, and he actually got a response from Gate.io that said, did the coreum team already submit a listing to us, which most of us believe that they have. That's not been confirmed yet, but they did actually reply previously where they kind of gave a meme saying that they were fixing it. And as we scroll through here, that generated a lot more hype that, they were willing to list Core, which obviously is partnered with Solo, so that would mean that they would probably list Sologenic as well. So that also generated a lot of hype, and it just, it gives out a positive image for Sologenic and Coreum. Moving on from there, a lot of people were really excited about this XLS20 Delta. Unfortunately, there was vulnerabilities found in that, so they did have to delay it. But as we pull up XRP scan here, we can actually see that they are actively working on different NFT vulnerabilities. So I can show you here, there was this auto trust line one that I'm going to bring up. The consensus has already been shot to 80%, so it looks like it's going to go through. And just to show you little details of that vulnerability, it says the trust line settings on NFT token to protect against a denial of service attack on issuers using the flag. With this enabled, an NFT transaction with the trust line flag enabled is considered invalid and cannot be confirmed by consensus. Therefore, the NFT token object cannot be minted with the flag. Without the amendment, the attacker could create a new meaningless fungible token and sell the NFT token back and forth for those tokens, creating numerous useless trust lines tied to the issuer and increasing the issuer's reserve requirement. So as you can see, there's still faults in these NFTs, but we can see that they're actively working on it. They already have an amendment in place, and once they have all these details hashed out, I'm sure XLS20 Delta is going to be back on the scene, and that's going to do a lot for the Sologenic community. Moving on from there, and this is my number 4. It's probably the most hyped one that I've seen all around the Sologenic community. There is a Binance wallet here. I'll paste it down in the description, and it has accumulated over 20 million Solo. And people are believing this is them preparing to have enough liquidity to go live on the Binance exchange. So is this true? Is this wallet tied to them? I don't know. I haven't done a whole lot of research, but I'll leave it down below so you can kind of go over it yourself. But if that's true, then yeah, that would be them preparing for a launch on Binance. Now, with all that being said, I think it's probably time to have a proper discussion on price action and at what point you should sell your tokens. So I can't tell you exactly when you should sell your tokens, but I think it's that time that there's kind of a lull in the crypto community. We're all really waiting for 2025. Like these Solo prices, they could go back down, and that's not gonna hurt anybody. It's gonna be okay. Don't freak out if it falls 50%. That's fine. That's just how crypto goes. We're all set for the next bull run, the next Bitcoin happening, and that's where our eyes are set. So during this period, I think this is the time that you should start thinking about at what point would I sell my bag of Solo or whatever cryptocurrency or stock that you're in. I think it's always good to have an exit price in your mind to where you think this is going to go and what it's going to do to benefit you. I think a lot of times we're waiting for those moonshot cryptocurrencies and we're gonna go out, we're gonna buy a Lambo, and we're just gonna blow all this money. And I think at the end of the day, if you do all that, you're probably going to regret it. So I would suggest you definitely not do that. On my channel, we are focused on FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early. Now in that community, fortunately, most of us are finance nerds. We have a proper written budget that we know what our expenditures are for every month. You know, it may change month to month, but for the most part, we know what is going out and what we are exactly saving and what time frame we will be at to when we can actually potentially quit our job or whatever you want to do, you know. So with that being said, when you do finally get to the point in maybe 2025 that you want to exit these prices, you already have a budget in place. You already know what you should be spending this money on. So for instance, if you have high student loan debt, I would suggest instead of going out and buying a brand new car that you should probably take care of your debt, because your debt is a responsibility that is holding you back from possibly being financially free, right? So if you could remove as many debts as possible, and also that frees up your income from your job that you can roll into other debts, I would definitely suggest you do that. So I would start thinking about any kind of bills you have. Do you have medical bills? Do you have credit card bills? Things that are not necessary that you need to get out of the way, to the point that you have your budget lined up to where these are necessary expenses, like your, you know, your rent, your water, your whatever, electricity, right? Now, personally, when I think of my budget, my highest expense, and probably yours too, is your rent. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to accumulate enough that I can either put a down payment on a house, or if we get that nice moonshot with Sologenic or coreum, maybe I could just buy a house outright easily. So that's going to subtract another bill from my budget. That's one less responsibility that I will have out there in the world, right? I could go out, probably buy a Lambo if I get a moonshot, but I guarantee you, for me personally, that car is going to be cool for about a month, and then it's just going to be a car to me. I'm not really going to care, but I guarantee you every month when I pay my rent and I see that $3,000 going out the window, I feel that. And if I could find a way to remove that by buying a house, that's something I definitely need to do. And even with mentioning FIRE, it's not even necessarily that you would need to quit your job. I just want you to position you in a way that if you ever needed to hop to a different job, or maybe you do want to quit the job eventually, that you're in a position that you're able to do that. I was thinking the other day when I was at work, you know, what are the things that I actually want to do? Things that I'm pretty basic, right? I'm simple. Things that I enjoy, I want to wake up, have breakfast with my wife, and you know, we're in the process of getting a new dog. I'm actually we've broken it down to 3 different German Shepherd puppies. I'm actually going to put them up there on the screen so you can tell me which one you think that I should get. Personally, I really like the green one, but you know, let me know. But I'm thinking I want to wake up, have breakfast with my wife. I want to go train my dog, because these are the things that make me happy. I just want you to think about your exit price in Solo, so when we get there, you'll be able to hit that limit order and not regret selling. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring up, if you were to come into money, what kind of ways can you use that money to position yourself to be in a better position than you were previously, instead of thinking that you're just going to go buy a Lambo, right? Pretty much all I got. Hope you guys have a good day, and thank you for watching.